Hey there, Street Toughs. It's the Comics Kid 2099 here to talk about an episode of a superhero animated series. Today, I'll be talking about the new Batman Adventures episode, Sins of the Father. If you haven't seen the episode, go do so now before I spoil stuff. And if you have seen it, but it's been a little while, stick around and I will refresh what happened with a quick plot synopsis. Either way, you've been warned. We open with a young hoodlum, Tim Drake, who stole a cop's donuts. Two-Face and his goons are looking for Drake's dad because he stole a component of a doomsday device Two-Face plans to use on Gotham City. Two-Face gets back the component while Tim takes a wounded Batman back to the Batcave. Batman and Batgirl attempt to stop Two-Face alone, but Tim Drake takes the absent Dick Grayson's old costume and comes along and saves the day. The episode ends with Bruce accepting Tim as his new sidekick and Dick Grayson and his mullet coming back. So right off the bat, Tim Drake. He is the most annoying character in the universe. If you listen to my reviews of Batman Beyond, you know how much I hated Terry's girlfriend Dana. Well, this little brat, worse than her. Maybe that's harsh because this kid at least has some kind of personality, even if it is annoyance as a defining trait. But even an awful character is better than no character at all, like Dana. But this kid is worse because he's going to be very heavily featured in this season, where Dana at least only showed up every once in a while. And let's address the show even calling him Tim Drake. I'm not sure why it's so difficult to get Robin right in media outside of comics. Batman Forever allegedly had Dick Grayson, but it was actually Jason Todd with Dick's backstory. And this show is now following suit with Jason Todd in everything but name only. Let's get our checklists out. He's a street tough who steals to live. Check. His dad is a small-time hood who dies, leaving Jason alone. Check. He gets hit with a crowbar. Check. I wouldn't mind the show just using Jason Todd, but I imagine the reason they didn't want to was because audiences would assume that he would die an equally gruesome death that he died in the comics a decade earlier. And since Tim was the current Robin in the comics when this episode aired, I guess they figured that they should call Jason Tim Drake. But that's stupid because Tim was in the comics when Batman the Animated Series first debuted, and they didn't call Dick Tim, so I don't get it. And maybe I will come around on this kid, but his annoying I can do no wrongness is already enough to make me want to see the Joker beat him to death. And this episode going out of its way to make Tim find out Batman's secret identity isn't helping matters either. Batman has trouble taking out a few thugs with guns and gets knocked unconscious, so a 9-year-old kid has to save his life. Then he's in the cave, and he just waltzes up to the house to find out that Batman is Bruce Wayne, just as Batgirl, in costume mind you, in Bruce's house mind you, grabs him and takes him back downstairs. It might be child cruelty, but tie the kid up, Alfred. You literally just said that you have explosives just laying around. If you don't want to do this to protect the Bat family secret, then at least do it for the kid's safety. Anyway, Tim, with no training at all, is able to single-handedly defeat Two-Face when Batman, with I would say 2 decades of training, and Batgirl, with a few years of training, aren't even able to touch him. Also that the audience can believe that he is needed in the Bat family. It's entirely possible that I will come to like this little urchin in later episodes, especially if they don't depower Batman and Batgirl in order to showcase how awesome they think that he is. But right now, I just want to see him gone, and I want this to be the Nightwing Batgirl Batman show. There's really no purpose to this episode other than introducing Tim Drake and setting up the new status quo, which means this episode should have come before Holiday Nights, but whatever, I'm past that. I don't think there was much of anything to like in this episode, since it has to bend story and characters unbelievably so to get to the point where Tim is part of the Bat family. But like I said, I am hopeful that we will get good stories now that the new official status quo is set up. So that's what I thought of this episode. What did you guys think of the video and of the episode? Like it? Hate it? Let me know in the comments below. If you did like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you did, then you are in luck because I'll be doing video reviews on this series every Saturday for a while. And I also do other videos not related to this series throughout the week, so be sure to check those out also. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of the day. Catch you later.